Green River High School, big rally for Clinton. Bill's supposed to be here. There's people everywhere. Hello, Bill. No more to descend. Sermon on the Mount.
But we cannot afford to play the game that the other side has played on this country for almost 30 years now. Trying to say in order to support somebody, you have to be against somebody else. That's just not true. You just have to make a choice. But that's different. We got to stay together and work together because we have a nation to change and a nation to move forward. All the headlines are about Congress passing a stimulus package, which I'm glad they did, to try to avoid a recession, but most Americans think they're already in a recession. They're not already in one as it is. Meanwhile, the cost of health care is exploding, the cost of college education is exploding, and people don't feel that our postal systems are contaminated with service being deployed to Iraq with the United States Army. We have got to rebuild our military. We cannot lose the real war against terror, against Al-Qaeda, against the Taliban. Two things no human being should ever have to watch me invade. Sausage and laws. But here's how it works. First of all, what do you want from Virginia's children? You want them to learn at world-class standards of excellence, right? Now, we actually know how to do it as a nation. We do know there are comparative examples. We do quite well at the fourth grade level, which is remarkable considering so many of our children's first language is not English. We do well. Then there's the achievement. We take care of children with disabilities and give them an opportunity to be in the public school. Leave no child behind says, in order to reach these standards, you've got to give your kids 5 years of test, 5 years of